Hey everybody, it's J. Richard Varvel for the JRV Morning Show, coming to you live from the hills of East Bakersfield. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Oh! Okay, that was my singing for the morning. Welcome to the show. It's just me today. Watson decided that he wanted to hide out. We went outside before we left, and for some reason, I have hair that's tickling my face. It won't stop. Okay, but when we came back inside, he went to his comfy place, and I called him a couple times, and he was like, nope. And so I decided that he decided he wasn't going to be a part of it this morning, or at least he wasn't going to be a part of it physically. He's definitely with us energetically from home. All right, so welcome to the show. Again, I love taking advantage of coming out here to the hills, especially on a beautiful day like this, where there are beautiful clouds and a beautiful blue sky, and it's like they are trying to start spraying the chemtrails, but they haven't quite taken hold, and I'm okay with that because it's beautiful to see the sky without a bunch of crisscrossed lines going through it. Not to mention the bullshit they're putting in the air. But, okay, so let's see. Oh, a couple announcements. So coming up at the Enchanted Cottage, I will be teaching a class using my essential oil blends as a assist. But I'm going to be teaching, I'm going to be doing the class this time around helping people that work in the public, especially those that are in massage therapy or work in spas or salons, masseuses, healers, people that are really in these highly energetic situations with other people, with other clients, and how to manage and be responsible not only with their own energy, but also to be very careful not to take on their clients' energy, and if they do, how to easily and quickly release it so that way they're not carrying it on throughout their day and passing it throughout the rest of their clients. So anyhow, that's what the focus is going to be on. I'll have a flyer posted soon, and I'm sure I will be making another video of some kind to promote it, but I wanted to let you all know here first. I just got the date confirmed last night, so I'm excited about that. Also at the Enchanted Cottage last night was the second new moon meta meditation, meta meaning love, and it was fantastic. I was able to meet some regular viewers of the JRV Morning Show. It was great to see you, Sean, and your sister and her partner Drake out last night, and along with all the other beautiful beings of light that joined in for the wonderful meta meditation at the Enchanted Cottage. I think it's fantastic because it's a great way not only to learn from the Buddhist tradition, their meditations. There's a couple that are very powerful. The Vipassana, which is watching your breath, and then when it goes deeper than that, but that's the very beginning parts of it. And then the meta meditation, just being open to be a channel for love to move through you and out into the world. So very fun, very fantastic. If anybody has ever had any interest in doing the 10-day silent Buddhist meditation, they're called the California Vipassana Centers, and there are I believe 4 of them in California, and people come from all over the world to go, but it's a place. They do 10-day silent meditations. They do I believe 30 and 40-day silent meditations, as well as after you've gone through at least the 10-day, they have weekend activities and activities for children. So for me, I did it with my sister, and again, men and women are separated. However, everybody comes together often throughout the day to meditate, and it's a very powerful experience. It's great for unwinding from the real world, so to speak. We did it after we had left corporate America. We left in 2012, but our last day of work was Friday the 13th, July 2012, and we both had our last day together. And it was so funny because people at Warner Brothers thought we were nuts. We probably are, but it was great. I'm glad we did it. I don't look back. However, it has not been without its challenges. And we did the silent meditation in February of 2013, and it really helped finish the unwiring process that had already started from when we left. And it took it to the whole other next level. I mean, not knowing the news or the weather, or knowing even what day of the week it is, unless you count what day, what day you got there, what day you're in. I mean, there's no writing, no reading, no communication of any kind, including body language. You are literally silent, and in all senses of the word, and very much on a very inner world journey. And I have to say, I've had moments where time stopped, and I was able to be very present in the moment in ways that I haven't had till then happen to me, or have had the experience of. And so what I'm getting at is it's tremendous. There are ways to unplug, but I just find that the way that they do it, the way they have it set up, is just, it's kind of perfect. And you have to fully let go of your own beliefs and go have the experience while you're there. However, you can pick your beliefs back up when you're done. So it's a great experience to just go have another way, go see what it's like to live a different way, and see what it's like to have a different kind of experience with yourself, and then see what happens. It's one of those things that you don't know until you do it. Okay, so it feels like it might be getting close to the 11:11 meditation, and so I'm gonna go on the other side of the car. I'm gonna face the other direction for a little bit, just so you guys can get another point of view. Again, it's just such a beautiful day out here, and the breeze feels so good. I can feel it on my skin, and I just feel the winds of change flowing through. Feels so good. And the hills are alive with the sound of music. And somebody needs to do the high. Ah! Okay. I'm having a lot of fun, guys. Hope you guys appreciate this fun that I'm having. Okay, so let's go to the front of the car, and I'm gonna grab some water here. Woo! Okay, so the road behind me is Fairfax. That's kind of winding around. It's the end of Fairfax, or close to the end of Fairfax anyways. And it's just so beautiful up here. I used to live, before coming up to this part of town, in the southwest part of Bakersfield, which is more, it's down in the valley, and it's nice. There's nice stores, nice restaurants, and it's like the newer part of town. However, I feel like there's lots of walls. All the neighborhoods are walled in, and so even though there's landscaping in front of the walls, in front of a lot of the walls, not all of them, it just feels like I feel like you're just really disconnected. Especially after coming and living up here on the east side of town, where there aren't so many walls, and you have different perspectives that you can see how beautiful Bakersfield really is. It just feels lighter and less dense up here. So, and it just feels like I live in almost like another place, even though I still live in Bakersfield. So I feel like it's kind of like one of those saving graces for me to have a different experience while I'm still here, because I don't know how long, because I really want to go to Hawaii and live there. And then you guys can come visit me there, and I will shoot the show from there, and you'll have beautiful Hawaii views. Okay, so cha-cha-cha, let's do the meditation. I'd imagine if it's not 11:11 already, it already is, or we're close. So let's go ahead and close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath together. Another one. Wonderful. All right, let's begin to grow roots from the base of our spine and the bottoms of our feet down into the center of Mother Earth. This is connecting our energy with the earth energy. This is really assisting us in consciously connecting with Mother Earth, and grounding out any chaotic energy, anybody else's energy, or any baggage we're ready to let go of. We're just sending that down our grounding cord, our grounding roots. Mother Earth is easily transmuting it all back into love and light of the Most High. And any energy that needs to be returned, so to speak, to another party is being easily done by Archangel Michael. And we're asking him to take care of making sure everybody's energy is back where it belongs. All in neutral. We're not trying to get any karma started here. We're just being responsible with our energy, releasing any energy out of our field that isn't ours or that we're ready to let go of and release. Any ways of being, any habits, any fears or worries. This is the time to just let them go. Let them go. It's a choice. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. I'm clearly not twisting your arm. However, I am definitely highlighting that it will be a powerful experience for you if you choose to let go of the distractions, the bullshit, the doubt, the fears, the worries, the misunderstandings, taking everything personally. All right. So let's go ahead now and become aware of the gold and silver ball of light that's in the center of our heart space, that is representative of our divine spark. And we're growing our spark into a beautiful ball of light that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, growing past our physical body, so growing bigger and bigger. We're gonna go out to 55 feet today. We're outside, and if you're not outside, that's okay. We're using the outside energy through the Facebook video, through the Facebook matrix, growing our sphere of light out 55 feet, powered from the center of our heart space out like a star, and it is powered from the infinite source within us that is us. And so it is not depleting our energy. If anything, it is empowering us. It is allowing us to be strong within our bodies, grounded, balanced and aligned, just all aligned. We're all aligned with all of ourselves, all of our bodies, all of our energies, right here and right now in this now moment. And from here, this is where all the magic happens. The present moment, the ever-present now moment. Let's just spend a few moments here enjoying this space with ourselves as I tune in and see where we're going to be heading for our adventure today. Alright, so we're going to lift off in our gold and silver ball of light, and we're going to be heading to Catalina Island. That's off the coast of California. And we're going to be heading to Avalon, I think it's Avalon. If it's not Avalon, it's Avalon. Those of you that have been to Catalina hopefully know. I've been there a few times, but for some reason that's not coming through clear. But anyhow, I don't think that they both exist there. So Avalon or Avalon whichever one it is in real life, go ahead and head there in your gold and silver ball of light, getting there, flash faster than a flash. And I would like you to actually stay hovering over that part of the island. There's a giant harbor where all the sail ships can come in, as well as the cruise ships park offshore, and their transporter boats come in. So we're just going to be hovering over that part of the Catalina Island, and we're just going to allow some energy to move through our heart space, out, down through our arms, out through our hands, and rain out down. And we're going to allow the rainbow light of the Most High. So this is, again, all colors of the rainbow. All colors, all natural colors of the earth are now coming out through your heart space from your infinite source within you. Out, down through your arms, out through your hands. Just allow it to move freely. This is where you let the doubt go of, oh, is this really happening? Yes, it is. If you're intending it to be so, it is happening. Whether you're able to see it, in your third eye or not, doesn't mean that it is or isn't happening. And seeing if you can tune in and feel other ways in which you can get confirmation that it is flowing. This is a way that we can work on fine-tuning ourselves and our sensitivities, and how we perceive these subtler energies that we're working with. All right, so we're allowing this energy to shower down around, showering down upon that harbor there in Catalina Island. Wonderful, very powerful. The earth is very happy. She's smiling at me. She's absorbing this energy and putting it into the earth matrix, assisting with the current unfolding of this now time phase that we're in. This is a powerful time to be on Earth, and we're going to begin to see more and more changes happening here. More and more and more. They've already been speeding up, and that dial is about to be really turned up. So it's more important than ever to be grounding our energy, aligning our energy with our highest, deepest self, really allowing our highest, deepest self to be able to radiate out into the world without fear or worry, without the feeling of needing to hide or be invisible. We really are allowing ourselves to shine bright. We don't have to fear anymore. We got this. All right, that feels complete, everybody, for the energy exchange. Catalina Island thanks you very much, as well as Mother Earth, the entire company of heaven. And please thank yourself. Give yourself a big hug. A big pat on the back. Everybody's doing a great job, fantastic job. And now we're flying back in our gold and silver ball of light, wherever we are physically located, and we are back like a flash. And now I'd like you to begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and open your eyes whenever you are ready. Wonderful. That was fantastic. Very powerful energy today, this morning. Thank you for those that were able to join in live. And don't forget, those tuning in the archives, that this energy is, you're able to tune into this energy in the meditation at any time, and it is there just as if you were to do it in the moment with us. Okay, so I'm gonna come back around to the other side of the car because I have the cards on the other side, and I want to grab them so we can do the card reading of the day. Da, da, da. Okay, so now we're going to do the card reading of the day, and so it says I have one viewer, but I don't know who you are, so good morning. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you joining us today, tuning in with your beautiful energy, and we're going to get into the card reading of the day. And then after that, if you are interested, you're able to comment in. Oh, it's Sean. Ha! Hey Sean, Sean is beautiful shot, says beautiful shot, nice day. Do you mind pulling a card for me, please? And absolutely, Sean, no problem. Thanks for tuning in this morning. So first, I'll do the card reading of the day, and then we'll get into your card for you, Sean. These cards are so big, I gotta be careful the way I shuffle them. Card reading. All right. Perfect. So, ancient wisdom. You can see I feel that this, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that this is a depiction of Mother Earth in this particular card. And these cards, just a little background on them. This particular artist, she makes these makes giant, like, life-size paintings of these, and then she's created these cards out of them. And then you can also go to her, at least you used to be able to, in Arizona, and she would do a soul painting or create a literal card for you. I think it was like $5,000 or something, but it was, you know, a giant painting that you would have that she would tune into your spiritual essence and then paint. So that's definitely something I've always wanted to do with her, because there's something about the art of her cards that is mesmerizing and takes me in. And I know that they're backwards for you guys, and I know it's, you know, not super easy to see, but I do take a picture, a still shot of them, and post them on my Instagram. If you want to see the card there, it'll be easier to see and really tune into all the different symbols that are there. Every time I look into these cards, I see something different, and when I share them with other people, they see different things. So they're really powerful and fun cards to work with, and I think that they're very connected to the earth, to the ancient energies, speaking of ancient wisdom. And so I really like to use them, and I haven't seen cards like them either, so I like how unique they are. Okay, so let me just tune in and see. Okay, so the first thing I see when I look in this card is in the sense of ancient wisdom, this whole idea of community, and what the Native Americans knew, and how they live as far as in harmony and in balance with the earth and with each other. That's something that we've lost. We've become very disconnected, and a lot of times, and again, I'm going to speak very generally here, but we expect the government to take care of these different groups of people that are struggling or having a hard time, and we expect like the churches to take care of it. We aren't necessarily taking personal responsibility for our cities and our towns, and really focusing our energy at home, creating, you know, beautiful neighborhoods and streets to live in, and friends and neighbors to grow relationships with. Because if and when shit ever goes down and the grid goes down, for example, or we have a major earthquake, or, you know, something happens and we aren't going to have access to resources, guess who's all around us? Our neighbors, you know. And if we don't know them, and again, I'm not perfect here, because I definitely have room to get to know my neighbors better, but just this is coming through. So it's important to realize that our power is in our communities, focusing our energy on our communities. Like, we can heal poverty. I know one example, Aaron, of somebody that usually tunes into the show. I know they're trying to start something where people can sign up to debit like $1 or $2 out of their account, and that money is going to go into an account that will service the homeless here in town and make sure everybody can eat. And could you imagine if everybody gave $1 or $2, or even if it was $5, and that could, you know, we wouldn't have to worry about, you know, people pestering us for money. And I say that, you know, I say pestering because it's more me putting something on them. But, you know, people are desperate, and, you know, when you're desperate, I know I've been desperate, so, you know, we do different things. So I don't want to poo-poo on anyone asking for money. I get it. However, there are ways that we can come together as a community to heal that. and we don't have to wait for somebody to do it or wait for some nonprofit to take care of it. You know, if we were to put our focus instead of on the world news tonight and on everything else going on in the freaking world, all the things we don't really have any control over, and we put all that attention and focus on where, you know, whatever town USA or whatever city USA, whatever neighborhood USA you live in, and we all did that, we wouldn't have any problems. We'd be able to solve them all. Okay, so that's one part of the ancient wisdom that wanted to be shared. Let's see if there's anything else. Ancient wisdom. So, along with the ancient wisdom as well is the whole idea that, and we've already talked about this, more light, more truth, more information is coming to the surface, not only from within ourselves, also but coming through these different streams of alternative media, and even the mainstream is trickling in some of these higher truths, some of these things that have been hidden for quite a while. And so that's a part of this ancient wisdom coming to light. The word history literally comes from the whole idea that whoever the conqueror, the last conqueror of the earth, it's their story, it's his story that gets told, not the actual story of what really happened. So the conqueror always writes history. The one, they get to write it and make themselves look as good as they want. And they get to slant the story to make those that are reading it, those that believe it, a certain, they're giving a certain level of consciousness, a certain level of thought, and a certain level of mind control manipulation through that story being told in the way that it's being told. So anyhow, know that it's important. One of the reasons why we talk about grounding and connecting to our golden silver ball of light and really getting in touch with our internal guidance system is because right now there is so much information coming to the light. There's so much not only truth, but there's a whole lot of bullshit and a whole lot of nonsense. So it's important to use our discernment within, run this information through our heart space, and ask ourselves, is this really true, or is this a bunch of bullshit? And no matter how convincing it might be, if you get the guidance that it's a bunch of bullshit, you know, it's important to trust that, and to, if you feel like you're led, do more research, dig in, you know, get confirmation if you need it. Okay, so lots of wisdom, lots of information, and again, that's why it's now more important than ever to be present, to be focused, and to be aware of what's going on in the present moment, so that way from moment to moment you can decide for yourself and you don't have to take anybody's word for it. You know, you can decide because you're that powerful and that amazing, and you have those abilities. You don't need to wait to hear what someone else is going to do about it or how someone else sees it. How do you fucking see it? There you go. All right, so hang on, let me pull a card for Sean. It's so fun to see the cloud shadows moving across to the valley area. Hey Earl, good morning. Thanks for joining in, tuning into the show this morning. We're doing we just finished the card reading of the day, and forgive me, it's a little breezy, so my hair is tickling my face. But I'm gonna pull a card for Sean, and if you're interested, just let me know. All right. So highest and best good, card for Sean. Energies of the day, a card that reflects the energies of the day. I would have to say the main energies of the day. There's so much going on at once. All right, let's see. Courage. I love it. All right, so Sean, right now, it's a continuation of already what's come through for you. So you have been opening up more and more to yourself, to your gifts and abilities, and I feel like you're working with them and practicing them and getting to know them on a different level. And I get the sense that you're running up against these barriers, these energetic barriers that are hard to describe, really. But you can feel them when you get close. You know they're there. And so they're, in order to move past those kind of barriers that don't really show themselves, don't really, they're almost these it's like I sense it as like, it feels like there's nothing, but yet when we're close to it, it's like you can feel the pressure of that barrier. Those places where we didn't let ourselves see what was on the other side, and now there's like this pressure that builds when we get close to that barrier, because we're literally getting ready to burst it when we're ready. All right. And let me know, this is interesting where it's going, so you're just gonna have to, I trust that this means something to you. And the courage comes from being able to, when you get close to those barriers, really working closely in tune with your internal guidance system, and ask yourself, how can I move past this? How can this dissolve? It doesn't have to be a big moment, or it can be, but it's more I see it more as just different minor choices, like how you decide to go about doing different activities, or activities that you might not have let yourself participate in for whatever reason, that now might be kind of like showing up as like, ooh, that could be fun, why not? But yet there's still that pressure, that barrier that doesn't want to, that feels like it's in the way. That's, for me, usually that there's some kind of fear playing out. There's some kind of place where we're not trusting the unknown, we're not trusting ourselves, and so that's where we have to ask for the courage. And oftentimes I give myself permission to be brave and courageous, so that way I can choose through and into those experiences and see what's there for me. So I feel like there's some spaces and places for you to play. And again, it's interesting what comes through during these mini readings, because we only have so much time, and only so much is I feel is appropriate to put out. Sorry. It's driving me crazy. It's tickling my face. But if you're interested, this is something that we could really dig into in a more private session. And this is just something for everybody. In these mini readings, we're not going to get super deep, because it's not appropriate for me to open up something and then leave you hanging, so to speak. However, I think it is good to do it in this way, to not only share with each other what we're going through, but also share different tips and tricks that we're learning in the experience. So there's a balance there, and I'm still working to find it. But that feels complete for now, Sean, as far as courage. So how can you be more brave and courageous with yourself? I already feel like you're a very brave guy. So it's interesting. I feel like these are more subtle ways to be courageous and brave in ways that you might not have seen as bravery in the past, or might not have seen as possessing courage. But I see more of the emotional sides of life, more of the emotional and relational aspects. That's where I feel like there's a place where you can have the courage to investigate and go deeper with yourself, and have more fuller and rounder experiences with those around you. All right, that's that. And Sean, you can let me know how that was. Okay, and now we're gonna tune in for Earl and see what card wants to come through. And Sean says, "Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you." Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for being brave and courageous to ask for a reading, and to be able to be open in this way to share in your experience. I do appreciate that very much. I know that that isn't easy, but I know how powerful it is when we share in our experience. It's really part of building a community and building a strong foundation that where we can support one another from a strong place of love and light. All right. was a twister or what? I had to shut my eyes. There was a dust. Okay. I'm gonna get some water. Woo! Okay, that was crazy. Yeah, I'm good, Earl. That was, I think, like a dirt devil, whatever they're called. Because I can see that there's like some dust sprinkled all over the car, and I got some in my eyes. So that was like, it blew right through us. We were moving some energy here. So big energy. Dream time is your card, Earl. And so I feel, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, okay, you have an active dream space right now, and no surprises there with in alignment with the group card of Ancient Wisdom. A lot of our wisdom and our first exposure to some of these themes comes in through our dream time. It's a place for us to experience these different experiences without the limitations of our humanness, our human experience. And so we do it in dream time oftentimes first, so we can play around, and we have the flexibility that comes from being in a dream space. And so if you don't write down your dreams, I would suggest that you do. It's a way, if you don't have an easy recall of them, it's a way to build that recall, as well as whatever information does come through. There is some great dream journals online, as well as I have an app that's fantastic. And it's great to not only tune in and see what these messages are for you without, reading what they mean in a more bigger or in a more mass conscious sense, but it's also fun to investigate that, because different themes come up in our dream time, and it can have a very real impact on what's going on in our physical life, and give us lots of information and connect a lot of dots when we investigate our dreams, when we're able to when we investigate it, and when we're able to, it helps us bring awareness and understanding to our waking state. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's see, what else? Yeah, I mean, I just see all kinds of activity flying around up in your third eye. So there's definitely, I'm not sure how much you perceive your third eye. I get the sense that it's there, it's there, but I see that there's a lot of room and access for you to expand that more. There's more for you to see, and more for you to like understand about yourself as you work on expanding that ability. Sorry, a car came up here and I didn't know what was going on, so I got a little distracted. So again, dream time is powerful. Watch your dreams. I would write down what's going on. Journal a little bit when you get up in the morning, and then do a little detective work and see what you can decode, because I feel like there's a lot of information coming through your dream space that has and has real and will have real impact on your waking state if you do that investigation. That feels complete for now. If you have any questions, let me know, Earl. Okay. Woo. So that feels like it's going to do it today. You're welcome. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me up here in the clouds. Again, it's just such a beautiful day, and I love catching the clear blue sky without a bunch of crisscross chemtrails flying through it. And I see they're already kind of starting, so we're up here just in time to catch the beauty. All right. Well, again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this morning, joining me live, as well as all that join me in the archives. Again, don't hesitate to comment in if you have any questions. I read the comments not only on Facebook, but on YouTube and on VidMe, and respond. So that's going to do it for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Until then, I'm starting you with a big, huge, giant hug of love. Bye-bye, everybody.